Morning guys. Well, back on the HJ. It's been a bit of a break. I have been doing things offline, buying parts, getting everything ready. I'm just about at the stage now where I need to start welding things up and getting things set up. So I'll just turn the camera around. So the old girl, she's back on the hoist. All the firewalls all been ground back, so I know exactly what I need to weld up and fill up. So that's got to be filled. This schmozzle down here, when people chuck a 4-speed in, that's got to be fixed up and welded. These beauties, the inner guards, I took them over to Johnny Judd's and he panel beaded all the ridges and stuff out of it. It looks fantastic. Just a very light skimmer bog over the top of those and they'll be right. I had to go at doing this bit here, just where the tray mounts on, battery tray. So I flattened that out nicely. Hit my fingers a few times, but that's what you do, you learn. There's the other one. So today's job is going to be welding up all these little holes where people have drilled into it. That's cracked, so I've got to weld a washer in there. And the rad support, all been sandblasted, all ready to be welded up. So I've got to straighten the edge across the top there. Doesn't need to be fantastic because it has a cover. I'm making a cover to cover everything. There's the holder for the power steering pump. So I'll get into that and start grinding these up and welding, and let's see how it turns out, because I've got to get them in epoxy. Being raw steel, they're going to rust pretty quick. So once I can get them into a bit of bog on them and epoxy, and then it's colour. Righto, so all the little pinholes and drill holes and shit that have been done to this over the years, which is a lot of years, have all been welded up. So I'm just about to grind them all back now and let's see how they go. May have to do a couple others because a few of them are quite big. I had to put a piece of steel under there, which I'll attack from the other side later. See how we go. Okay, finished the first run on the holes. Now I just realised that maybe there's some Ford owners and Ford lovers or Vauxhall or whoever, doesn't matter. I put both guards together to show you what John Judd's managed to do to an original guard. I'll turn the... So here's my spot welds anyway. They're all pretty good. There's a couple there where I need to just tack a bit more. Bugger all though, there's only about 3 or 4. Now this is an original guard, inner guard for a Holden. It has this massive lip that runs through here, runs all the way down, right across. And they also have this massive, I don't know, what would you call it? I don't know, just a big, to me it looks like a dent, but they are in there for a reason. They are in there for the brake boosters up against the firewall, and the one on the other side is, that one's for the brake booster, and the one on the other side is for the air conditioning and the fan motor. So what John has done is panel beaded it out. So there's none of that at all. I'll put them both side by side so you can see. Sorry about. So that's an original. That's the one I'm running with. It's a lot smoother look. And I'll add my hours up and John's hours and all that sort of stuff, and I'll let you all know the difference in time and whatever. I reckon for that tiny little bit extra time that you spend on them, you get a much neater, much better result. So anyway, I'll get back to you after I finish doing this. Righto, so we're onto the passenger side guard. Just about ready to weld up the inner guard and all those holes. But as you can see, that's all cracked out and pulled out of there, so I need to weld that up. So I thought best I put this on the car, line it up. It only needs to be rough because you get a fair bit of movement and all that sort of stuff there. And if I come under here, I can check my gaps before I cut and weld. So there's a couple of things there I wouldn't mind changing as well. Look, I don't like how that is so far away from the chassis, so I don't know. I'll have to have a look at a couple of other show cars and see what they got. I'll just get out from underneath the old girl. At least having the hoist, I can put it up to whatever height I like, so I'm enjoying that. Let's see how we go. Righto guys, got the nose cone on and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with that. So I think I'll just cut a piece of steel and weld that in there. It's hidden under the guard anyway, Shawnee. If you want to let the car down, I'll show everybody what it's like. And there's the power steering pump and the bracket that I've made up for that. Sits in there beautifully. Absolutely spot on position. Hides in right behind the grille. Paint that black, you won't even notice it. So we'll just get this card out. Righto. We do have a little bit of an issue with distortion in that inner guard. So I'm just going to have to bolt everything up, re-straighten everything, get it where it's all sitting nice. But that will be my only slight little issue just there. You'll be able to see what I weld there, so I'm just going to have to be nice and neat. Not quite sure what I'm going to be doing up in this front area here, but this area in here will definitely, I'll definitely make a cover so I can cover the LED lights. So it'll be a nice looking cover of some sort. And that rubber little dust guard or whatever you want to call it won't be going back on there. I'm going to actually box something out. It'll come out, run across the chassis about here, and then back in. So it'll be nice and smooth. Anyway, that's the progress today, and I do have some good news. Stay tuned because there's a box turning up, and it's quite an expensive box. It is all about interior and air conditioning. So stay tuned, make sure you subscribe, hit the like button, and yeah, hopefully my package turns up and you're all going to see something different when it comes to a HJ. Cheers for watching.